What's up, Falcons fans? Welcome to Falconplanet. I'm Colin.
And I'm Seth.
And we're going to recap the Falcons-Eagles game.
Let's do it.
Sorry that we're starting a little late in the season, but, it's just kind of hard to get everything going. I mean, we're trying to set this blog up for a couple weeks now. We're trying to get our Twitter base going. So I'm just going to throw out some stats. Matt Ryan, 262 yards and 3 touchdowns. Pretty good, pretty solid game.
He had a great game. Actually, he really did.
Now, I mean, you have Drew Davis with a breakout game. Tell me something about Drew Davis.
Well, I mean, he's filling in for Harry Douglas, and he actually did really good. It was his second reception of his career, and it happened to be his first touchdown of his career.
And Matt Ryan overthrew him too.
Yeah, he just made a fantastic play in the back of the end zone.
Coming out of Oregon.
Well. Yep, he did
Coming
very
out of
well.
Oregon.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about Jacquizz Rodgers.
He was a
good
man.
Game. He had that one good run in the third quarter,
that was a clutch run.
That led to our final field goal. So I mean.
And how about Matt Bryant this year?
Matt Bryant, 16 out of 17 in field goals. Is there a better kick in the NFL?
There's not. I think he's the best one right now.
I really do. I mean, compared to our opponents have only attempted 8 field goals all year. Can you believe that? Yeah, they think that we're overrated. Let's talk about that. How do you feel about ESPN?
I think everybody thinks we're underrated, because they don't think we've played any, good teams this year. But 7-0 in the NFL, no matter who you play, is actually really good.
And our strength of schedule so far has been the hardest.
Right. And
nobody knows that.
The Eagles and Philadelphia is always a tough game for us. We haven't won there since 1989, which is extremely
88
good.
Actually.
Was it 88?
Yeah, 88.
Which is even worse.
Yeah.
But we pulled out a really good victory this weekend, and basically what we're going to talk about today. So.
And talk about earlier in the year playing at Arrowhead Stadium, the Kansas City Chiefs.
That was
one of the hardest places to play in the NFL.
And we defeated them pretty big.
Put up 40 points on the board in Arrowhead.
I think
Gonzalez's last game at Arrowhead.
One of our hardest games this year was, Denver. Even if it was at home. But,
how about a breakout game for Robert McClain, filling in for Brent Grimes? He did a great job. He had the great interception.
Yep, an interception in the first half, which led us to win that game. A lot of defensive plays.
Well, let's talk about how evenly matched our offense is. We have Gonzo, Roddy White, and Julio. Who are you going to guard? Can you double team any of these guys?
You can. They're all equally matched.
And then you have Harry Douglas and Drew Davis to throw to if you're going to double team Roddy White or Julio.
Right.
And look how evenly matched they are in yards. Gonzo, 459. Roddy White, 541. And Julio at 499. Dead even. Touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns. So there's really no stopping any 3 of them guys.
And the same with our running game. Michael Turner has he's not really, having a really good season this year.
Yep.
Only 3 touchdowns, but he's been running for 370 yards, which isn't too bad. But I mean, even though he's not doing well, that's still our key to win.
Run the ball.
Is running.
I mean, the last game against the Eagles looked exactly like our 2010 team to me.
Right.
We run, throw the ball. And that's exactly what we did. We ran for a season high, 146 yards, I think. Turner, he only ran for, 40, 50 yards, but you have Jacquizz coming in running for 60 or 70 yards.
He's a really good backup for us.
And then Jason Snelling, I mean, everybody forgot about him. He had a receiving touchdown, a shovel pass, and he had another shovel pass later in the game that led to a 15-yard gain. So, I mean, let's talk about our defense, too. Sean Witherspoon, having a great year so far, 52 tackles. What about John Abraham? 7 sacks.
Right.
He's getting around. He's having a great year, even though that he evidently gets pissed off at firemen.
He's about 100 years old, but he's holding in there.
He might have got arrested, but as long as he's getting sacks every game, I'm okay with it.
Get arrested more.
Michael Turner in that Broncos game, after he got done running, he must have ran right to the bar.
DUI. I mean,
I don't care.
Have a good game. You drink. That's all you do.
Yeah. This is life of partying, man. You're in the NFL. You're gonna party.
You're gonna party.
Let's talk about Thomas Meow Deku with 4 interceptions. Yep. Got the jerseys up. I don't know if he's still tied for the league lead in interceptions with 4.
But he definitely had a lot of key tackles.
He had
this weekend.
Great tackles. He had 12 tackles, I think, the last game.
Yeah, a lot
on
Vic. Back in the backfield, he's a lot of
key run stopping runs. Yeah. Let's talk about Robert McClain again. He's come in. Everybody thought, Brent Grimes is out for the year.
Right.
Now what?
I mean,
well, we got Asante. What has he done? He hasn't done overly that good, but
he's had a lot of.
He had the pick six against Oakland that won the game.
Well, that's his nickname.
We were probably going to lose
pick
that
six,
game.
That's his nickname.
I'm sure every Falcon fan out there thought we were going to lose that game.
I sure did.
That turned it around, and they still drove right back down on us. So that really saved the game. But Robert McClain has come in and done great. He's only had 14 tackles, but trust me, there have been a lot of open field tackles.
Right.
Remember the play Michael Vick where he tried to run for a first down, and they reviewed it.
Stopped in the backfield.
They reviewed it, and he didn't get the first down. That was Robert McClain right there.
It was, yep.
14 tackles. I mean, that's not too good, but with a third string cornerback, that's pretty good, don't you think?
I think it's fantastic.
But we're number one in the power rankings still.
And as a third string, you start to think how well we'd be with Brent Brown's back, defensive wise. I mean, I think our defense would, be definitely the top in the league, if not now. But I think Robert McClain is definitely stepping up and putting his name out there as a corner.
Let's talk about a little bit about the San Diego game. Tough road opponent. Even though they're not having a very good year.
They're not having a good year.
That's a tough place to play.
I've actually been at Qualcomm myself, and that place it gets really loud. I think that was a really good win for us, even though, like Colin said, they're not that good this year. But going across the country
and only giving up 3 points
is always a good game, no matter where you play. But I mean, where do you think they won defensive wise on that?
Sure, they could have given up a couple touchdowns, but they had the good turnovers in the red zone.
Right.
Sean Witherspoon coming up with the big strip or the big hit on the running back.
Right.
So let's talk about this. I'll ask you a question. Do you think Matt Reimer now is the MVP of the league?
I think I do. Just because the numbers he's put up this year, and a lot of comeback wins in the fourth quarter. It's extremely clutch. If not, he's the most clutch in the league. He just. Right now, in the quarter, if you're down in the fourth quarter, you just want to.
Matty Ice.
Matty Ice is who you want to have, and that's why I think he should be an MVP.
I fully agree. I mean, there's not another quarterback in the league I'd rather have with 30 seconds to go and drive down the field.
Right.
Look at the Carolina game. Backed up to the 1-2 yard line. I thought we were done. I really did. But, I mean, chunking it 60 yards downfield to Roddy White.
Who other?
Roddy White, he's the most reliable receiver we have. Even though he drops a lot of passes, Julio's still learning. He's a couple more years.
Year. Look what he's done.
2 years. He missed 4 or 5 games last year. But yeah, I mean, he's clutch. And then Matt Bryant. Whenever we're lining up for a field goal, there's not a doubt in my mind that he's going to make it.
Yeah, every time he steps up to kick, no matter how many times they call timeout,
I think they should stop trying to ice him and just let him kick it because he's missed a couple of them doing that.
Exactly.
But yeah, I just want to give a shout out to my followers on Twitter. You can follow me at CHubbard14
and me at SessaStud43.
We're gonna tune in a couple days. We're gonna give you a preview of the Falcons Cowboys game Sunday at 8:20. So tune in for that. So this is a pretty good episode, don't you think?
I think it was, yeah.
First go. So thanks, guys. Tune in next week.
Go Falcons.